Hey guys, it's Roscoe, and on the Space Couch site, got one from the vaults of presidential history for you, and it's this. The Warren Commission report on the assassination of President Kennedy. $1. This cost. Look how thick it is. How many pages? 720 or so. So, the complete text with illustrations. This is from 1964. It belongs to my friend's grandfather. And what it says on the back, I'll just show you. You can see how sensationalised it is for the time. The truth behind the most shocking crime of the century. On November 22nd, 1963, the President of the United States, John F. Kennedy, was shot down on the streets of Dallas. A young ex-Marine named Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested by the police as his assassin. 2 days later, Oswald himself was murdered. A grief-stricken world was stunned with horror. With the suspected killer dead, how would the real truth ever be known? Was Oswald shot to keep him quiet? Was he the agent of some political conspiracy? Was a foreign power involved? Was there any truth to the persistent rumour that Oswald was actually innocent? The answer to most of those questions is no, I believe, or yes. On November 29, 1963, President Lyndon B. Johnson appointed a special commission of distinguished Americans under Chief Justice Earl Warren to search for the truth. Now, after 10 months of the most painstaking, exhaustive investigations, here are their dramatic answers, the final truth behind the most shocking crime of the century. So, the basic outline is very well known, of course. President Kennedy's assassinated, Oswald is arrested, then killed by Jack Ruby. So was that the underworld connection? Was Oswald just a patsy? All that sort of thing. Were the Russians involved? Probably not. I mean, I know he defected, I think, wasn't it? But that period in history, it's highly unlikely the Soviet Union would have taken so direct a hand in interfering in American democracy. Unlike now, where they have taken a very direct hand in interfering, not just with American democracy, but basically everyone's, because that serves their purpose. But yes, this should be interesting. I've also got All the President's Men by Bernstein and I can't remember the other guy. Bernstein, you know who I mean, the two reporters from the Washington Post, which perhaps I will present at some point, because you do know I do enjoy my presidential history. We have the Trump book. I've got both of President Obama's books, Dreams of My Father and the other one, as well as a couple of bios, I think, of President Clinton, a joke book of President Bush, and I've also got one on collections of presidents as well, and say Team of Rivals, the book about Lincoln. So yes, I do like my presidential history because I did do American studies for my degree. That's why I went out there for a year. So yes, this should be interesting. It is quite thick, as you can see, and it does have illustrations in the text. And now I can't find any. For instance, this. So what is that? That'll be the various people involved, maps and various other sorts of things related to it. But yes, the Warren Commission report. Whether or not it did tell the truth or did not, I suppose that is a personal point of view. Those things are always subjective. If you believe there was a conspiracy, no one will be able to convince you otherwise. And the reverse is also true. But there you go, guys. I just thought I'd just present this to you. The Warren Commission report on the assassination of President Kennedy from 1964, so nearly 55 years ago now. So obviously that continues to reverberate throughout our culture, you know, the lost presidency and all of that. But yes, this should be an interesting read with that benefit of that historical hindsight that we have now. It should be quite an interesting read. I'm very much looking forward to getting into this at some point. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for an upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.